Message from the angels: peace, no matter what. My dear friends, we love you so very much. You can find peace in a chaotic world. You need not wait for conditions, people, or anything in your external life to change. You can be calm as circumstances and energies whirl around you and simply observe without participating vibrationally in the chaos. There is peace, dear ones, at the center of a storm when you remain centered in your true essence. You have been and always will be at the center of your own vibrational universe. Your world is a co-creation between all souls who participate in it, as much as a symphony is a co-creation between all the instruments and players that participate. Every player of a symphony has their unique desires. One wants to play strings. One wants to play horns. One wants to play keyboards. They all want to play in harmony to create an experience that is moving to themselves and inspiring for their listeners. Imagine that there is a divine director, aware of every desire in every heart. This divine director is so aware of every nuance, feeling, and note that each player is sent, in each moment, intuitive direction as to how to best play their part, for their good and the good of the whole. As each player allows this energy of love to move them, they become part of a glorious whole. Suppose one of the players forgets the beauty of being in harmony. They want to be heard. They want to play the loudest music and get the most attention. They want to feel special, above everyone else, and they don't care how they go about it. They ignore the energy of love that moves them and think about how to stand out. Disconnected from the power of love that moves all in harmony, they play a discordant melody in the performance. The other players still have a choice. They can remain true to their guidance, play in harmony with one another, and still create a beautiful performance for themselves. If the player who wanted attention had been listening to their own guidance, they would receive directions to quit the symphony and go off independently. They would have been guided to embrace their own style, attract their own followers, and allow the praise and adulation they seek. No loving desire is refused, and while the desire to be loved above others is not so loving, the desire for singular success and recognition is just fine. There are always people who will play discordant melodies in your life. They are the ones who have not yet learned that the divine can fulfill all desires in a way that is good for all concerned. They demand that they get their way. They insist you behave as they wish. They attempt to force their opinions upon you. They cry for attention in unhealthy ways. Nonetheless, dear ones, even with these forceful and often misdirected souls in your life and upon your earth, you can go to the source and simply ask for a way to handle the situation with love and peace. You can remain rooted in self-love. You can love the light within yourself and focus on the light within all. You need not give up your peace to those who would easily attempt to knock you out of it for the sake of their own agendas. Whether you are talking about public figures or family members, no one is truly trying to rob you of your peace. They are simply not centered in their own. They do not yet know their true connection to the loving source. They don't listen to, acknowledge, or even trust their guidance. They don't know any better. The child who throws a tantrum doesn't know their loving parents can work out a mutually agreeable solution. The adult that throws a tantrum doesn't know their loving source can guide all to an agreeable solution. So let others do what they feel they must and give your power back to God. If you worry about your freedom, realize that you are free to emanate and, therefore, allow into your space whatever vibrations you choose. When you fear for your economy, go back to the divine because, aligned with God, there is always abundant flow. When you fear for your health, or your children, or your loved ones, rest in the reassuring and comforting love of God, as we mentioned last week, by simply sitting and breathing with the intent to receive until you feel and know the love that constantly supports you. The world is swirling with many diverse energies right now. You are sensitive, and you feel them. You may feel feelings that feel like winds passing through you, and indeed, perhaps they are. Perhaps a wave of someone else's fear just passed right through you, but if you had none of your own active at the moment, you would not feel it. Perhaps a wave of sadness passes through you, and it may well have originated elsewhere, but if you did not have sadness active in this moment, you would not feel it. There is no judgment, dear ones. You feel what you feel, and you're always beautiful and perfect in our eyes. However, you do live in a vibrational universe with many melodies sounding right now and many voices wanting to be heard. What matters most is that you live according to your own standards, in authenticity with your own hearts, listening to your own voice. Centered in self, you will be calm in the midst of these emotional storms, and you will have the peace that comes from being rooted in the source. This is the peace that surpasses all understanding, the peace that comes from knowing the Creator of universes loves and cares about you and your loving desires. This is the peace that cannot be taken from you. God is with you. Your angels are with you. Love is constantly flowing and there for the taking. Tune into that rather than the discordant melodies around you, and you will become a force of peace upon your earth. God bless you. We awe, wonder, love and joy. Awe, wonder, love and joy. We are now being asked, as our higher heart center opens and these powerful cosmic energies are anchoring us into the 5th to 7th dimensional states, in ways we are not even aware of, to remember our custodianship of the earth, which was given to us in the very beginning, when the earth was first created. As the old earth is now disintegrating and we are being freed from the bondage of those hostile elements who hijacked the earth thousands of earth years ago, we are asked to remember this custodianship, which we need to practice already in the here and now, even as we are transfiguring into the new earth. We are asked to bless the waters, the air, the fires, the earth, and to truly now, take care of what is already present in her, within her and upon her at this time. It means that we truly see the divine in all and every single creation and creature present on earth, and within her, and all elementals and the mineral and other kingdoms. It means honoring the physical body of the divine creation upon which we live and without whom we would not exist. I do this every single morning now. I bless not only the elements but all living beings on earth, every tree, every plant, every rock, every bird, every animals, every insect, everything I can think of and then even beyond. You cannot bless anything or anyone, without being blessed yourself. More than this, to open the heart center with so much love, and literally to expand it like a huge ball of blinding white light, and to imagine all the heart centers of all beings, and then to simply beam love by projecting balls of light, into their heart centers. This is the most loving, highest heart love soul work we can do. It is none of your business what happens when you release that ball. That is divine business. You are merely doing an act of love, with the pure intention of sending unconditional love. Love without attachments, nor expectations, nor manipulation. Just pure unconditional love, from you expanded heart centers into theirs. I cannot stress just how important this is. Earth upheavals will come, in all forms and expressions, and thus the more love we give to all living beings on earth and to Mother Earth, the more we ascend into the truth of who and what we in truth are. In the beginning, when the outer crust of this planet was formed, the intergalactic fleet and scientists brought life and life forms from all over the universe to settle here. These beings all volunteered to partake in the creation of the first Eden, Elysium. They came here with pure love, just as we did, and many of the old souls, are the very souls who brought them here and then settled on earth. These include the Pleiadians, Orion, Sirius, the Bear constellation, Lyra, Andromeda, Arcturus. Indeed, originally there were 12 master galaxies involved, inclusive of the Milky Way galaxy. We are in truth all children of the stars, and it is time to recreate that Garden Eden on the new earth. Yet, at this moment we are already doing so and need to take full responsibility for what we co-create. When the heart is fully open, and deeply connected to the soul, there can only be love, and loving intent, and this love expands into all of creation. We cannot hurt or harm anyone or anything, for indeed we know we only hurt and harm ourselves. Let us unite now, and in quiet moments just send love to all those parts of the earth, which are going through huge earth changes, and this includes all the elements involved and living beings. All is one. We are Mother Earth, as much as we are the Christ, the Buddha, the Atma and the Eternal Self. For the divine is within us, and within all that is. It is time to claim our divine birthright and live it.